Welcome back to a very special Toy Tuesday. I'm Talent, the eccentric collector, and today we are going to be doing our first ever unboxing. This is going to be exciting. It's always like Christmas morning when you're a collector and you got new toys coming in, so I'm very hyped up for this. Also, quick story time. For those of you who know, if you saw the video last week, or maybe the week before at this point, I was in the hospital. I had to go to the emergency room because it was really hard for me to stand, let alone walk. My right calf muscle was hurting me so bad. I was like limping around for a few days. And yeah, I was diagnosed with a blood clot, currently on blood thinners, and that's going to go on for about 3 months, and hopefully just getting up, walking around a little more, working out will help solve the situation. But I say that to say this. The day that I started to feel lots and lots of pain in my leg, I was out of town with my girlfriend. We were visiting family somewhere where there's like no internet. They have one little spot at their house where you can get internet, but they live on a ranch, so there's like lots of wide open space, and we stay at a little guest house. In order to get the internet, I had to go all the way to the main house, and I think it was like 5:30 p.m. I was like, I have to check my emails. I have to get on and get some work done. And I ended up having my nephew take me over on a four-wheeler to the main house. And when we got there, I logged on and I saw, San Diego Comic-Con was going on. And they had opened up pre-orders for the arcade Sentinels, like I think at 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock, something like that, where they give the Hasbro Premium Plus members a chance to get their San Diego Comic-Con exclusives, and then they open it up to the general public after that. And I think it was 6 p.m. I'm pretty sure it was 6 p.m. that it was going to go live. So I literally logged in 30 minutes before it went live. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to stay here and I'm going to wait. And the moment 6 o'clock hits, get in there and order my Sentinels. Because obviously, I need some more Sentinels. So I've got my Sentinel factory. If you're going to be creating, highly articulated 6-7 inch Sentinel figures, I got to have a few. So I actually made it, and I was able to order a few for myself. I'm very excited to see this. So let's bust these open. So what do we got here, folks? We have, yes, 3 arcade Sentinels. Now, I am usually the type of collector who likes to do one to rock and one to stock, but these are army builders. So wait here, let me set one down real quick, and we'll do one front, one back. There's a front and there's a back. So here we go. So the one to rock, one to stock thing is only for me for figures that are like windowed packaging where I can see them. If I hang the boxed one on the wall, I want to be able to see the figure. If they come in packages with no windows, then I normally only get one for myself. But since this is an army builder, I got 2 for myself. So what's the third one for, you say? Well, the third one, and this is just my philosophy of collecting, when you have the opportunity to get a figure that you know, and you can't always know. Sometimes you're wrong. I was wrong about the X-Men 97 Wave 1. So normally I will get an extra to either sell or trade down the road. And in this case, this may be my very first ever channel giveaway. So once I reach a certain number of subscribers, I'll ask people to comment below Sentinel or something like that, and then I will pick a winner after reaching that number of subscribers, but we'll get to that when we get to that. So just know that this could be yours. Like the video, comment, subscribe, and we will see. More details on that to come. But let's crack one of these bad boys open and see what it's all about. here we go. Oh, look at these things. They're beautiful. Absolutely stunning. So you can see there's two back to back, or back to front, however you want to say it. So here we got the rock that was their little tease, and this really gave it away. I can't remember the first person to pick up on what it was, but the moment they said it, you couldn't unsee it, that these video game Sentinels had the rock that they'd throw in the game. We'll cut away to show you some footage of these Sentinels in the game.
Destroy the world. Humans can do nothing against the power of the evil mutant. The only hope is X-Men.
All right, here we are with the figure, with what it comes with in the package, other than double this, except you only get one rock. So you get 2 Sentinels and 2 fisted hands, 2 open hands, and 2 blast effects. And these things are awesome. Of course, we've been getting these with figures for quite some time now, but they work out really well. And you can see on the hand, it's got a little porthole for the blast effect. Fits right in here. So you've got the Sentinel blasting, and we will do more of this. I will put it on the figure in a minute, but just to show you that. And on the bottom of his feet, he's got portholes as well. You can plug in the blast effects there to make it so that he's got booster jets and he can fly. We'll play with that in a little bit. I don't really like this rock effect. I get it because it is, you know, the video game Sentinel. So I understand the reason it's in there, but I'm never gonna use this. If I had a street scene, maybe, but I have a Sentinel factory display, and this just, it's not gonna fit in there. It's cool to have. I'll probably use it in some other display for something else. But let's take a closer look at this too. The plastic that they're using nowadays is fantastic. I mean, it feels different. It feels sturdier. And I don't know if it is or not, but definitely having the pinless joints is absolutely fantastic, because you're not getting that weird bend that sometimes the figures get after a while. I think that this design is going to hold up a lot better. But I mean, look at this thing, and the articulation on it is just, again, I keep saying fantastic, but it's great. Look at that face too. I mean, come on. The epitome of a Sentinel. And yeah, they decided to go with a design from the video game, but it's like, I think, you know, other than the fact that in the video game it was super pixelated, they look great for human-sized Sentinels at the time, which is what these guys are. And, you know, back in the day, Toy Biz did that Water Blaster series that I talked about, and they were good, fantastic for the time if you wanted a human-sized Sentinel. But this just takes the cake. I mean, again, the articulation, absolutely amazing. You've got, you see the joint there on the wrist. Not so much with the looking up and down, but that's fine. They're robots, they're kind of stiff. The rest of this stuff though, look at this. Yeah. Absolutely fantastic. Like this double jointed leg. Let's see. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Crazy. These guys are like brand new, so you know, it's going to take a while to work them, and you don't want to work the joints too much, or you're going to end up having to use like fix loose joint stuff. But these guys are amazing. Yeah, fantastic. Let's take a look at the figure with some of the accessories plugged in. So here we go with just a common blast. Get the Sentinel with its 2 blasts in. double barreled. Yeah, that's a good look. Totally digging that. We've got ones to plug in the bottom as well if I wanted to do a Sentinel that's flying and blasting at the same. Look at that. It's so cool. Kind of reminds me of Iron Man. Using repulsors to fly. Very cool. Very, very cool. Okay, so I don't know if anybody else has tried this yet, but if you have an Omega Red from the Sauron Build-A-Figure wave, then you have Sentinel tentacles that fit perfectly in his hand. I mean, look at this. They plug right in. See? Absolutely perfect fit. So if you have Omega Red, I mean, you could use the one that came in the Villains 5-pack as well, but those are white. The silver ones came with the Sauron Build-A-Figure Omega Red, so they just, in my opinion, they fit way better with the silver than if you had the white ones. But hey, you can always paint them. These things are freaking fantastic. All right, let's put him up over here real quick. Let's bust out Mr. Blasty Blast. Let's do, oh, so also, this is another fantastic thing. If you have the X-Men 97 Executioner, then you have the ability to do a Sentinel blaster arm on your Sentinel. It just plugs right on. Bango! Now you've got a Sentinel blaster on your Sentinel. Of course, you know, Executioner will be without his Sentinel blaster arm, but he's got so many other weapons. I believe I will be permanently displaying one of these Sentinels with that Sentinel blaster hand. Yeah, man, overall, these figures are absolutely fantastic. I am thrilled. I wish they had come with these. They should have thought of that when they were making them. Like, oh man, we could include that. That's another added little bonus that would be fantastic. And the tentacles. I mean, I figure this would be a dead giveaway, considering they even gave you tentacles with the retro Sentinel, the one with no articulation that a bunch of people got. Which, hey, if it works for you, it works for you, but my opinion, this Sentinel figure is far superior. I mean, you can't deny the articulation. It is just fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Okay, let's do a quick little scene with Cyclops from X-Men 97 and 2 Sentinels. So there you go, you got Cyclops being grabbed by the Sentinel. Luckily, his visor is open and he's able to blast back. But it looks like he's gonna take a hit here. Not a good look for Cyclops. But that Sentinel isn't gonna make it out of that one. At least not as far as I could tell. But there you go. Those tentacles doing their thing, looking fantastic on the Sentinel. I can't be the first person that did this. Tell me somebody else did that. I don't know. I'm loving it. Love the Sentinels. Loving what Marvel Legends is doing right now. For any of you who did not get the SDCC Sentinel exclusives, I'm sorry. I hope they re-release them for you guys, but if they don't, and if you have to pay double for a pack, I say if you have the funds, do it, because this is a fantastic figure. All right, so here we are with one last look at my 4 Sentinels, all decked out. We got this guy with the 2 long tentacles, this one with double blasters, the one that airborne with the repulsors at the bottom of the feet, and the smaller tentacles just coming out. And then over here, we've got the lone gunman with the Sentinel blaster that came with Executioner. And they all look fantastic together. This is really going to add to my Sentinel factory display. The X-Men have their work cut out for them. As if they didn't before, these 4 guys are really just going to add more menace to the display. Can't wait to get that going and show you guys what the display looks like once they're all in there. So that does it for today. So this is Talent reminding you, keep collecting, and until next time, Excelsior!